Hey there friends on YouTube, it's your boy Zeals. Thanks for being here today. And if this is your first time here and dropping by in my journey, and if you want to come back again, and I do hope so, I really do hope so, make sure you hit that red button. And if you've been here before, you are still awesome, guys. So we have the new summon event with the new Abyss Ranger hero. Finally, we have some excitement. A new hero video on a Friday night, 3 in the morning. Alright, so we have Cthugha, and I know you're getting ready. I could just see you guys. You're gonna be just, oh, you're like, Zeals, man, you're butchering his name, man. It's not Cthugha, it's Cthugha. I don't know, guys. I apologize. Alright, now I'm gonna be butchering a lot of names today, so I'm gonna call him Thug, like I do on Discord, or Cthugha. Bear with me. We also have two awesome heroes on the altar event, Valentino the pretty boy, as well as the ugly space alien. In my heart, he's pretty as hell, scary. Now get him, free to play, mouse spender, whale. Get that scary. He's gonna be serving you well in every aspects of PvE. Towers, marauders, broken space, you name it, guild bosses, pray for fire, whatever, get him. Get him. If you have the altar coins, double thumbs up, alright? As for the class sets, free to play, make sure you get it for the hero that is, boosting your free to play itch the most. Alright, and if you want more support or questions on that, make sure you hit me up on Discord, send me a direct private message with your lineup, how much you're spending, your expenditure. Give me as much details as you possibly can so I can help you out, or any of us could help you out as well as we could, guys. And we also have bonus content through the upgrade of Tower of Oblivion. When I say Tower of Oblivion quickly, I always butcher it. It's like so many, like, what is that, vowels, and I don't know, man, I can't pronounce anything today. So we have the new towers, 50 new added in. I'm not gonna go ham right now. I have so many other contents to cover. I did log in, update, I did 2 of them for the promotion stones, and I just said, you know what, I gotta stop right here. I gotta focus on the new hero. I'm gonna cover this later. I have very exciting news as well as new exciting projects and content coming up about the lives of whales and the lives of free to play, where I did have access to other people's accounts and I was able to fine tune them. Anyways, that's a whole nother topic which I'll announce in the next video. Right now, we gotta talk about Cthugha, Thug, Cthugha, whatever, Cthugha, okay? Just bear with me, forgive me. So, guys, I did not participate in the summon event. I did 100 scrolls. I got a fat moo. I turned my game off. I said never again. So, thanks to a player named Jason on Android, not iOS, but Android servers, thank you so much for letting me use your hero, your account to make sure I get this testing done. So what I'm testing right now, as you can see, is I did a bunch of tests, and I'm not going to include hours of footage of testing. I'm going to include the brief conclusions only, but I do want to describe what's going on here. So basically, I'm trying to prove, or I mean, it's already been proven. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but what I'm showing you right now is that Cthugha takes Valkyrie's damage and lowers her damage. So with Cthugha, Valkyrie does, as you can see, 36 million, so in the 30 million range. But I take out Cthugha, Valkyrie starts doing the 50 to 60 million consistently. Basically, Cthugha is taking Valkyrie's damage and turning it into his own with added little bonuses, which we'll discover later on, very soon. And I also incorporate a heart watcher in there to see which part of his damage is affected by weaken, as well as, a bunch of testing with other stats as well. So basically, Cthugha takes other heroes, burns and bleeds, turns it into his damage. That little selfish son of a this guy is a patter, okay? Look at him. He's handsome. He looks like $1,000, and he is $1,000. But this guy is a patter. I'm gonna go into it, all right? So I'm not gonna talk for hours. I'm not gonna open the hero sheet and read his stats and read his active and passives. That's gonna be on the displays you're seeing right now. And I do apologize for a little bit of the shakiness of the recording. Just do bear with me. And there's a couple freeze frames so you can notice what's going on with the active, passive, dots, healing as well. So bear with me, just listen to what I gotta say. So the conclusion, the first initial day conclusion, guys, it's not always 100% accurate. Things change, people find out things, or cheeses. So for the first initial impression, overall, this hero does seem like icing on a cake or a nice wrapping paper that goes along with your birthday present. And you see this nice wrapping paper on your, perfectly wrapped on your present. You open it and inside is a box of turd, man. Like, you don't even want this stuff. I know that sounds really bad. I'm just trying to be honest here, okay? I'm just trying to be thinking outside the box. So in World of Warcraft or in most modern day gaming terms, he's padding the meters. Like I said, he takes other people's damage and he adds a little bit of his sweet sauce, and then, you know, it just back out there, just regurgitated, boom, thrown up, all vomited all over the place. So what I mean is that basically Cthugha boosts damage that's about to happen anyway and increase it by 20% with a quite weak built-in active damage. What do you mean it's gonna happen anyways? Basically, Valkyrie is going to be one of your slowest heroes. Cthugha is one of the slowest endgame meta heroes right now. Okay, so you want him to be slower than Valkyrie because after Valkyrie does her active attack, you want Cthugha to go bam, you know, detonate her big chunk of damage. So he needs to be able to land that on the hero that she landed it on. Okay, if he doesn't, it's not a big deal because, you know, Valkyrie's basic attack also does a lot of damage, and we'll discover that more in the next videos as to come. There's just so much to say. I want to just, you know, give you the conclusion. So basically, right, what I mean is that he boosts the damage that's about to happen anyways, because after Valkyrie goes, if there wasn't Cthugha in your team, after Valkyrie goes, pretty much the round ends. When the round ends, what happens is that it goes to round 2. At the start of round 2, either a pet is activated. If there's no pet activated, what happens next is the dots. All the dots on both sides of the battlefield, your heroes as well as the opponent heroes, the dots tick, and then what happens is the healing over time ticks right afterwards. You slow it down into microseconds and you can see it yourself. Anyways, the cap is there as well. There's a cap, the 1000%. There is a cap. It's only noticeable in the lower stars. You can see that in the dual screen featured here. I'm not going to disrupt the play. I want you guys to see both of them. Basically at 5-star, Cthugha detonates Valkyrie's dot, but it eats like a 2 million dot, but does only 270k because of that cap, right? But on the damage meters, it said Cthugha did 2 or 3 million, right? There's a little visual bug going on right there. Anyways, there is a cap for 10-star to E3, but at the current star level of E3 and 10-star, in between all of that jumble mumble and the current meta, it's very hard to reach it right now, okay? So, you know, rest assured. While the dot application from taking damage, when Cthugha takes damage, he applies a burn as well as a bleed to 3 random heroes, right? So when that is applied, that dot, when it ticks, is multiplied by the weakened debuffs from Heartwatcher or Cruise. That's good news. The consumption of it through his active, however, isn't. The consumption of all the dots that he does through his active is not applied or is not affected by the weakened multipliers. So, which will be a deciding factor for his PvE potential, just like Valkyrie has a limitation as well, even in multi-target PvE. Once again, the bleed, burn, dot applied through taking damage is affected by weakened debuffs from heroes, like I said, Cruise and Heartwatcher. Unlike King Barton, it is applied, the bleed and the burn is applied whether in soft or hard CC. That's good, which is why he's consistent. The active that detonates, bleeds, and burns is not affected by crit damage, holy damage, skill damage, reduced damage, weaken. I probably forgot something, but as what I'm saying is that detonation is just like Valkyrie's active dot damage. It is not affected by all the stats that I just mentioned. Okay, which is confusing right now, which is going to be confusing. Keep listening. While the active damage portion, the 236%, applies to those stats, so that can crit, that can do more damage against forest heroes, etc. Basically, the detonation is 20% more of what it was going to tick for right after he attacks, with an icing on top from the damage proportion or the portion of the active attack that can crit or not crit, aka padding. Steals someone's dot damage, turns it into his own, sprinkle a little active damage, which can crit, do more damage to force heroes, but is affected by you know, armor as well as reduced damage, but then it looks good because he's doing it. Remember, once again, the detonation is not affected by armor or things like that. But so what on earth does he even do then? I mean, he's just, you know, just bursting the dot that's gonna happen within microseconds or a millisecond. What the hell's milliseconds anyways? Well, the burst does help kill things before the deer heal. That's pretty much it. Okay, of course there's extra damage, but let's think about the counter argument. Why bring a hero in a crowded meta to take someone else's damage and escalate it a little bit or a bit versus a real damage dealer? Let me throw you a real damage dealer. Let me throw you one. Let me give you another Valkyrie in there. Throw a Amavor in there. Just you know, a few examples at the top of my head. Healing is nothing to really shed light on, as you can see, other than that he has a built-in heal when taking any damage. Nothing to compare versus Valkyrie healing, you know. Doesn't really have an answer for the onslaught, that is good versus evil GVE aura, which means 3 light 3 darks, which will soon receive love and upgrades in the Christmas event, as the majority of meta heroes in GVE outside of that mode doesn't even have or rely on dots to kill. Their killing potential does not rely on it, so Cthugha will eat raw damage from them, and his immunity his immunity from the bleeds and the burns, meh, basically meh. Does he counter Valkyrie? No, doesn't really counter. I mean, does prolong the rounds. Does he work well with Valkyrie? Sure, yeah, it does. Okay, so wrap it up. Pro 1, consistent damage will do damage even when CC, while it may not be as much consistency versus King Barton for now. For now, day 1, guys, day 1. Number 2, has burst potential from his active, of course, to kill things before deer heal, which is annoying. So it can get rid of that annoyance. Number 3, looks good on the damage meters. You spend hundreds and thousands of dollars or euros or yen or won, whatever. Pedo, well, not pedo, but what is that? What is that Mexican money, man? Anyways, man, I forgot. So pesos. You spend thousands on those, I mean millions on those, then you have something to show for it. That's great. Number 4, immune to Valkyrie and any other big bleed burners. Cool. Could be useful later on. Con, no CC immunity. And number 2, no damage reduction. Quite squishy. You know, you don't see fight right now, but there are fights where he just gets one shot by, you know, Shia or Scary as well. I didn't include him. I don't want to depress you guys first day. Number 3, Abyss Ranger, no crit from the tech. You know, Abyss. So Sia, high attack. So Sia will be looking at you. Okay. All right, guys. So that's it. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it short. Day 1. Gonna go over it again and again. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be like 7 other follow-up videos. So for now, I want to thank Spacey, and I'm gonna butcher your name too, man, for helping me get the Augustus artifact. Thank you so much. I have both my hands, you know, in a prayer. Okay, I'm thanking you guys so much. Thank you so much for your support. I cannot do this without you, and I actually can't do this. I can't even do the summon event, guys. You guys think I'm, you know, buying all the scrolls every week? Come on, guys. Come on. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in today. Hope you guys got something out of it. Hit that thumbs up button. Show your support. Show your love. It's like 4 a.m. right now. Thank you so much, guys. And I'm out.